What's up, guys? I'm Janelle.
And I'm Molly.
And we're two moms, two gardens. Welcome back. Today we're making mozzarella cheese and we're going to show you how we do it.
Okay, so here is everything that we need to make it. We have unchlorinated water, citric acid, cheese salt, rennet tabs, and then we are going to use raw milk. This is local raw milk. And the reason you want to use raw is because if it's pasteurized or homogenized, it's going to mess with the way that it's going to curd. You need unchlorinated water because it'll change the way it'll react with the rennet in the process. So, here we go. Now for this gallon of milk, we only need a quarter tablet of our rennet, and we're going to dissolve it in just a little bit of the water. And it actually took a little longer than I thought it would to get that rennet tablet to dissolve, so we whisked it and got it moving. In goes our raw milk. Next, we're going to put our citric acid into the rest of our water. And the citric acid goes into the milk. The citric acid seemed to sit on the bottom, so we gave it a quick stir just to make sure we got it all in there. Now, after you add the citric acid, it was very important to continually stir the milk. It didn't have to be a vigorous whisking, but just to continually keep the milk in motion. And you'll continue mixing, and you want to warm the milk ever so slowly until it hits 90 degrees. after it hits 90 degrees, we're going to add the rennet water. Now you want to mix the rennet water thoroughly into the milk, but then you're going to let it sit for 10 minutes completely undisturbed with the lid on. Now comes the fun part. The milk has set, and we are going to cut it in a lattice form. We're going to then turn the heat back on and gradually stir it. Keep in mind it was a very gentle stir, and we're going to take it off the heat when it reaches 80 degrees. Now we're going to scoop all our curds into a colander and let the whey run out of them. Notice there's a pot of boiling water behind us. We are going to dip the curds into the boiling water, and that is for two reasons. It keeps it warm as you stretch it, and it's also good for washing the whey out. After folding the dough over itself a couple times, we're going to add the cheese salt and we're going to continue stretching and folding. We've kept a little bit away in a separate bowl. We're tearing off bits of cheese and rolling them into balls and putting them in the way to keep them fresh. It's much harder to turn these into little balls than it is to, say, bread dough. The cheese really didn't want to stick to itself the way bread dough does. Now we're gonna let the balls sit in the way for 15 minutes and cut up some tomatoes and get our basil ready.
So it's all done. It took us about 45 minutes. It came out really well. The texture is great. It's a nice solid piece of cheese. It gets melty when it's warmed up, and it tastes really, really good. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dig in, and pretty happy that you guys checked this out with us today.
Thank you for letting us share our passion with you, and we'll see you tomorrow.